I don't know what episode this is.
Well, we have to like.
Timer has started.
We have to know because we're getting really close to like a milestone number, aren't we?
We're at 40 something.
Yeah, but we're getting close to 50, I think.
I should have started recording this
Well, what are you gonna do?
later.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
This is.
I definitely need to get the winter walls up. That breeze is kicking in good.
This is 47.
This is 47. Really? Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
I think the last one was 47.
Yeah, no, this is last one was 45, so this is 46. 46.
All right,
Episode
we'll find
46.
out. Okay, 46 then.
All right.
And my, what a sponsorship we have today. Devin,
Yeah.
do tell our two
Well,
viewers.
I went to the liquor store the other day and I spotted these two on the shelf, and I know Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill is pretty good. And
Heaven Hill. Now,
and what caught my eye was it shows the percentage of the mash. So rye, this bourbon is 35% rye, 52% corn, 13% malt.
isn't there any alcohol in it?
107 proof. Well, that's the.
Is that what makes the alcohol?
That's what makes that alcohol. Right?
See, you learn new things every day here, boys and girls.
And so I was talking to the lady, and she's like, "This is a special one-time thing." So I hope she didn't lie to me. So there's the regular bourbon whiskey, and these are all grain to glass. So it's like special.
Grain to glass.
Yeah.
So it goes straight from the.
It's like farm to table,
Okay.
right? But at
So
the
it means
distillery.
it's local.
Yeah.
It's real. It's none of that chemical. Oh, that reminds me. Okay.
I mean, it's
Starting to go down the rabbit hole already. Can't
Okay.
finish this.
So this one is the rye, and it's 63% rye compared to 35% rye. 24% corn versus 52% corn, and 13% malt. So this one is super rye heavy. This one is 123.2 proof. This one's 107.
So there should be a flavor difference between
Yes,
all of these.
that's why
right?
we're going to taste them. And then this one is the wheated bourbon.
Wheat.
So this has no rye.
Wheat.
Why is
Wheat.
this one wheat?
Fields and fields of wheat. You know what that's from?
No.
Love and Death. Woody Allen film.
35% wheat, 52% corn, 13%. So this is essentially the same thing as the bourbon, but instead of rye, it uses wheat. So it's the wheated bourbon instead of the...
Interesting.
So we will open these.
Okay, I'm trying to find this deal for my rabbit hole. There it is. Okay.
What is your deal for your rabbit hole?
You'll see. Just, we got to do this first.
So...
Come on. Hop to it.
Hey, these are all brand new. Quite expensive, actually.
So should I get shot glasses instead of these?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe that'd be better.
Set these aside.
Ooh,
I heard that.
nice pop.
So do we want different shot glasses, right? Like 6 shot glasses.
Sure, if you have 6.
Of course I got 6. Please.
Does
of
Dana
course.
have 6?
Hang on. Don't.
So we'll start with the wheated bourbon. This is the one the lady at the liquor store said she tried and she really loved. So
Do
this
you want to marry it?
one, yeah, this one is 121 proof.
Whoa. That's a lot, right?
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Okay. Whoops. Come on.
Did you get a dirty one?
No, it's one that's got a label on it.
We might need a napkin too. I
Okay.
can't pour very good.
Huh. And
A towel
yeah,
or
just
something.
towel. Boom. All right. So
this is the wheated bourbon.
wheat.
So
Fields and fields
35%
of
wheat, 52% corn, 13% malt. So
Okay,
it
say that
appears
again?
these all have 13% malt.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, is that the active deal that makes it turn to liquor, or is
No. So what happens is you take these wheat, corn, malt, right? You get them wet, and you let them bloom,
okay?
and then you put it in the mash, and the bloom is what the sugar is,
Oh,
and then the yeast eats it.
okay.
So
So if I inject yeast into me, it'll eat up the sugar.
Yes. Yeah. No. No.
No?
Yes. 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 And the yeast will poop out alcohol.
You know, I heard something interesting. We gotta try
All
something.
right, let's try. We'll try this one. So this is the wheated. Smells good. That is quite tasty.
It's very smooth.
Oh man, for 121 proof, ooh, that is really good.
I accidentally inhaled a little bit though.
That is delicious. I like that one. So far, that one's number one.
Deliciosa.
All right, so while I'm doing this next one, this one will be the rye. So we're just changing wheat for rye.
Wheat to
Same
rye.
percentage, but it's not as high proof. They watered
Okay.
it down a little bit.
Now, what was I gonna say?
Iron rabbit hole, you had it on your phone.
No, but there was something else that you just said that something I heard the other day. I haven't even been drinking a lot.
I warned you.
My brain's. Oh, by the way, here's your container back. Okay, so have you seen this? It's called the Bartesian.
The Bartesian.
Bartesian.
I've never heard
You.
of that.
You Bartesian, what you do is you got your gin, your vodka, your tequila, your rum, plug it in. It's like a Keurig, but it makes cocktail drinks. You go, oh, I would like a Shirley Temple. You pull out that little pod, put it in there, and then you go, do you want it strong, middle, or light?
Have you seen a YouTube video where someone like?
No, I have not. That's a good idea.
You should like.
But
Get
I saw the
YouTube.
little video showing it. Looks really simple. Here's the thing. Part of the reason why the fetching missus will drink. Oh shoot! I just got rid of our timer. Got to start it over.
Oh darn. Part of why the fetching misses.
Oh no, it's still going. Will drink some of my drinks is the fact
Because they're
that
super strong.
no, she doesn't like that. I make them weaker for her. But what she likes is the fact that I'm using real juices, and that's my concern.
Oh.
Is that this has got these little pods, so it's just like chemicals. You know, and that's what I was going at, you know, with
the chemicals.
Yeah, chemical stuff. We like real stuff. Farm to
Grain to glass.
Grain to glass.
Grain to glass. That's why I make my own American cheese now.
American cheese.
I've got two down. 2 of the 15 done.
Nice. Yeah. So when you mentioned about the
Cheese party. Should I not have done that?
Julie was like, "So Dana," and I went, "Well, yeah, we just didn't have a date yet,
Yeah, it's preliminary.
It's-
you can tell
you know,
it's preliminary.
but we're gonna have a cheese party."
cheese. Okay, so this one is the
Right.
regular bourbon.
Wait, I think you said it was right.
Well, it's 35% rye versus 35% wheat. So this is a regular bourbon. Bourbon has to be 51% or more corn,
Oh.
okay, to make it bourbon. A wheated bourbon uses wheat instead of rye as the second main ingredient.
Oh, but the main ingredient
Yeah.
is corn to make it a bourbon.
Yeah. So this one is called the rye whiskey because it's 63% rye and only 24% corn. So it's called a rye whiskey, not a
Not
bourbon.
a bourbon.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's so much I don't know.
See.
Smells the same. I think. I don't know. It's been a while. I need to have them all together and go, and then taste each one. Okay, I can tell right now it's not as alcoholic.
Yeah, it's only 107 proof. But this one tastes like I can taste the rye versus the wheat difference.
I'd have to have the other one again to.
Now, would
to
I
see.
be able to call it out? Like
that
what's
contest
this one
we
made?
had?
No, like
Oh.
like one of these is made with rye. One of these, like which
Right.
one is it?
No, you can taste the difference, but
When you taste the rye, you'll be able to taste it because it's a little more spicy. I think
I like spice.
this one is good. This one is good, but I think I like the proof of the I like high
Proof of the pudding is in the proof.
Yeah, I like the proof. So I might go with this one, with the wheated bourbon first. What do you think?
They both taste good, but this one is stronger.
Yeah. Should we cleanse our palate with a bag of Doritos?
Sure. I'm here to destroy your sugar, whatever. What is it?
My diabetes, my A1C.
A1C, AC1, A1C, something like that.
Yeah. So you were saying about Julie, she likes it natural.
Because really, a cocktail, it's not just about oh, we have this, and this. Well, if it's not real juice, if it's not real stuff, there is a difference in the taste. It's just, you can't avoid that. It's true.
Yeah, I agree.
Barbecue.
So I made the all Swiss version because Christina's next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday. Christina is going to Hawaii to visit her dad, and he likes Swiss. So I made the all Swiss, and then I made one with Swiss, medium cheddar, and garlic chili cheddar.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good.
It was good. I had to,
It's got a taste test.
I took the last of the, what's that tool that you use where you scrape out the...
Spoon?
It's not a spoon, it's like a...
Ladle.
No, it's like a plastic
Shovel.
spoon. And it kind of moves with the pan. What are those called? Darn it.
Isn't that a ladle that...
A ladle is what you use with soup.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm talking about that flat thing that's real flexible. Are you talking about that? Yeah.
I used one of those. And so there just happened to be some extra cheese on the end of that, so I ate it.
Just happened to be.
Hold on. So, yeah, that one was delicious.
Deliciosa.
I think I have about 15 different varieties of cheese that I'll be bringing.
Wow.
So
So
now,
roughly, when are we going to be doing this?
I don't know.
Like December?
Probably not. Probably. It's a lot of cheese to make,
Yeah.
and
It sounds fun.
yeah.
I love cheese.
And
Cheese is just so wonderful.
I got to figure out pricing, and I want to have all of these details so that, when everybody's trying, all the details are there, and then I can be like, okay, I'm going to make, for my first run, I'm going to make 4 straight cheeses, right? No mixing. Here's the cost of each one.
Right.
You tasted them. Which ones do you think that I should make, right? And then here's the 7 or 8 mixtures, right?
Right.
Here's the costing, because some of them are going to be really expensive, like $15 for a 16-ounce thing.
Dude, cheese is spendy.
I know. So one of them, I was like, so I made a spreadsheet, surprise, surprise, and I was doing all the mixtures and adding up all the dollars, right? And one of them was like $15.25 for 16 ounces.
I don't know how that equates, but
So like the, a deli container? What a
yeah,
deli container?
yeah.
So there's like...
You got the small one, the middle one, and the tall one.
Yeah, the middle one is like 16 ounces.
Oh, okay.
So that's like $15.25 for one of those.
Yeah.
So you probably get like
Sounds about right.
10 slices of cheese.
Is that all you get?
I don't know. It depends on how thin you slice it, I guess.
Right. No, because that's quite a bit. That's a good size.
It's about this much.
Okay.
It's like a burger size. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12. For 15
Maybe a
bucks.
baker's dozen.
Maybe,
13.
Maybe 13. But it did have the garlic in there, which the garlic cheese is really
I feel like I
expensive.
should wash this out of my mouth now.
Yeah. Maybe we should just put water in these things.
There you go. I'll get the fancy water.
The fancy water. I have a new message from my doctor.
Uh-oh.
Why is it coming at 9:14 at night? That doesn't sound good,
No.
considering I haven't gone to the doctor in forever.
I wanted to get the barbecue out of my mouth before trying this.
All right, so this is the rye, 63% rye,
Right. So it's not a bourbon.
24% corn,
It's a whiskey.
13% malt. You can smell the difference. Do you have COVID?
I always have COVID.
Cheers.
I had it once,
I had it twice.
back before the vaccines. I had the real stuff.
I had the one where I almost died.
Did
Dude,
you?
I was so sick.
That was like Julie.
That was like pre-COVID COVID. It was like November before they said that COVID was COVID. And I'm pretty sure it was COVID. Like, if it wasn't, I have no idea what it was. Because I was like sweating and cold at the same time. Like, I didn't get out of bed for 3 days.
Wow.
Like, I've never been that sick in my entire life. So if that wasn't COVID, like, I don't know what is.
Right.
Like, that was like, I really thought, like, what the hell?
Now see, I taste the difference there. But I don't know which one I like best.
Ooh, I like the spice. Ooh, and this one's 123.2. Yeah. This one might be my favorite. Mmm. Delicious.
Deliciosa.
Oh, yeah. And this after spice on your tongue?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. I think this one's my favorite. Yeah, it's the highest proof. And I like, I didn't think I would like rye when I first tried it. But because I don't really like rye bread unless you're having a patty melt or something.
I like rye bread.
Unless you're having a patty melt or something, and then, don't be like me and order a patty melt with white bread.
Or a Reuben.
Yeah, see, I don't really like Reubens.
Ooh, I love Reubens.
Something about sauerkraut just makes me want to vomit.
Oh.
So, rye in whiskey is delicious. Yeah, I think that was my favorite. It's a high proof. Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Muy bueno, as they say.
Yeah, so that was worth $300, huh?
Man. Man.
I did, so we didn't get any bonuses this quarter again because we lost $3 billion, but I did get the QBP Plus, which was 1 day of pay.
Ooh.
It's like, so what they did is for I don't know, they say outstanding employees, but I'm certainly not outstanding. For people who go above and beyond in the quarter, you can give them an extra day of pay.
Oh.
On the bonus.
Well, that's cool.
And so they still did that, even though there was no bonus. And my boss gave it to me. Probably.
So how should I do it for my guys?
Ooh.
I should do it so that if you can get through 1 week without having to go back to a job because you forgot to do something, you get a bonus for doing what you should have done to begin with.
No.
See, does that make sense?
No.
No.
I don't know how to do a bonus in your place.
Well, I gave some really big bonuses during COVID
Yeah.
because everything was clicking. Not only was it a good year for us because we were able to do business, but also everybody was just, they were like this. And so it just had a stellar year. So it's just like, man, I'm going to write out some big checks here because it made a big difference.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but then you kind of expect that when you get new guys who do crappy, okay, I shouldn't say crappy, but let's just say the years have not been as stellar as 21. And so, I still give bonuses. And I just basically base it on, yeah, if my business made more money, then I'm making more money, so you're going to get more money too. So.
Well, that should empower them to do a good job, though, right? Because if you just gave the same bonus whether they did good or bad,
No.
then, but if they really truly understand and see the effort, right, that bringing in more business gets them a bigger bonus.
But see, here's the thing. Every week, I'm like, come on. There's so many times this didn't happen, and so now we got to go back and do this. Or this happened, and oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally broke. Like this guy's gun on his hose got broken. It's like little things like that. It's constant, and so the fetching missus and I have talked about it before, and she said, maybe you should do some kind of a reward when nothing goes wrong. And I said, but that's what they're supposed to do to begin with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it comes to things like a broken hose or a broken nail, like those things are going to happen no matter who's running it, right? So, like,
I got a funny story for you. This is a good one. So, Jason and Briscoe do this job.
We miss you, Briscoe.
Yeah, he's not watching because he's smarter than that.
I know.
But they do this job. The guy calls Chris, I don't remember his last name, dynamite guy. Really, really good guy. He has since moved, but fortunately when he sold his house, they use us now as well. Anyhow, he said, yeah, you guys ran over one of my lawn lights. It was just right on the edge, on the driveway. And I guess Jason hit it, and he goes, yeah, you guys, hit that and broke it. I'd like to get it taken care of. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm happy to do that. So I told Jason, who is stellar, hands down. Jason is my right-hand man. He's stellar. Just in case he's watching.
And that's not a lie,
And
Jason.
Briscoe was stellar, just in case he's watching. But Jason was like, no, I didn't. So Chris had sent his security video, and it's hilarious. What happened was, Jason parked it, and Briscoe asked him, what are these berries? What kind of berry is this? Is that edible? And they went over and they looked at the berries, and then did the job. It's right next to the light that he broke. So it looks like they're going and looking at the light, and then going and doing the job. It's like, yeah, your guy saw that he broke it. He went right up to it. And I know Jason didn't lie. They were going to the berries and looking at that. But and when I showed that video to Jason, he was just like, well, shit, I guess I did. I guess I did go up and look at what I just broke. That was funny. All right. So what's going in this glass?
I don't know. What should we put in there?
Take your pick.
Well, which one was your favorite?
When it comes to whiskey, it's just, whatever. 6 to 1, half a dozen the other.
Well, if you're not going to enjoy it, then we'll go this way.
Okay.
Still mighty fine.
Mighty fine.
Yeah, you don't care. You're just placating me. That's fine.
No.
I just don't have anyone else to
No,
do
here's
this
the
with
thing.
me.
I have never been, well, okay, not never, but ever since that one night of playing straight shot poker, I have never been a whiskey guy.
I know. You placate me, and it's very
But
endearing.
I have, not just placate, I have come to appreciate it again.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
My wife won't, but Dana will.
Well, what?
Try.
Try what?
She doesn't like whiskey.
Oh, whiskey. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were back on that conversation we had the other night.
We're talking about whiskey.
All you got to do is take one little segment out of context.
I
Next
know.
thing you know.
Next thing you know, it's all over the news, and everybody says that you like to grab people by the pussies. Oh, come on, that was good.
That was good.
Right off the top. I just remembered that.
Okay, here's one area of concern I do have.
Okay.
I have a couple of friends that really, really think Trump is going to do some bad things.
Like what?
Well, end gay marriage.
I think he's already said he's leaving that up to the states.
All I know is I haven't heard that to be part of the agenda at all.
I did see, not about the agenda, but I heard somebody asking somebody who was a Trump guy, a Trump person, Charlie Kirk or somebody, saying something about that. And I think the response was he doesn't believe that is a federal, it should be a federal decree, right? It should be left up to the states.
Right.
So, okay, so next problem solved.
Well, but there's all the other stuff of like he's gonna, separate families, deport even legal people, all this kind of
Well,
stuff.
how can you deport legal people?
I know.
For two, I really like the argument of the guy that he just put as the borders are.
Oh my gosh, I like this guy.
He said,
But
listen,
some of my
if
friends,
I get arrested right now,
exactly,
they take me away from my children.
Exactly.
Like you, by crossing the border, you are committing a crime.
Here's the thing. If what I don't like is saying, oh, you're doing this or that. No, I'm not. You did.
Yeah.
By your decision
You have to take
break
personal
the law.
responsibility.
Exactly. And
What happened to personal responsibility, kids?
no, but here's the thing. I love these people dearly.
Agreed.
And I gotta figure out. Okay, with the gay marriage thing, I was like, wow, I've never heard any of that before. So I did a little dive, and I think most of the fear gets extrapolated out of the trans stuff, which is not about saying you can't do that, but it's about saying, don't you flippin' butcher these children.
Yeah.
And don't you dare have men go into women's lockers and compete against women.
And here's the other thing: is all these people are like, "Oh, he's gonna do this, and he's gonna." Well, did he do it last time?
No,
He didn't.
No.
So if he didn't do it last time, why would he do it this time?
Okay, but last time he also did not have as much of a willing Senate and Congress, because initially he had all three, but all the deep staters hated him.
Yeah.
And so shit did not get done.
That's true. This time he has both.
Well, he had both at the start last time, but there were enough guys in there that were.
Yeah, but he really has it now.
Exactly, and that's why some of these people are freaking out, and I kind of understand.
And on top of that, he's not letting bullshit people tell him who to pick for roles this time.
Oh hell yeah! I heard him talk about that.
I mean, if you're putting Elon Musk in a government position, you're really not listening to anyone.
Well, I don't even know if he's actually going to be a government position.
It's the Department
I know.
of Government.
It's a play on word with his
Doge.
cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but it's
Doge.
actually going to be a department because him and Vivek are doing it
I know,
together.
I know.
I like that guy, Vivek.
So do I, but I like where things are going. I just want to understand how did they get these fears, because I don't have them, but of course it's easy for someone to say, well, of course you don't, because that's not your issue. But man, come on, there's a lot of fake shit out there.
This is how. Because when you align yourself with one issue, right? Like, which you would, if you were gay, that would be the most important thing to you, right? Like,
well, yeah, Chelsea talked to me about it. She goes, do you think that he's going to do this? And I said, no, because I just don't hear that.
Yeah.
In anything.
But I think when you're so closely aligned to just one thing.
Yeah.
And you surround yourself with people who are just one thing.
Right.
Then you get like consumed with one thing. And if that one thing is threatened, then you don't know how to behave. Right? It's like if someone who is like wrapped up with women's rights, let's say, right? They probably don't like Trump because they heard he likes to grab women by the pussies, and they don't do, and they're surrounded by other people who have the same fears, and they just perpetuate that,
Right.
and they don't actually.
Well, but the other thing is too, there are a lot of quotes. No flippin' way.
I don't believe that.
There are a lot of quotes that are put onto him that actually are not accurate.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
When you go and rewatch it, you realize that's actually not what he said.
But it doesn't matter because nobody actually does read. This is why I believe not everyone should have the right to vote. Like, sorry. Like, you don't deserve the right.
What do you want? Blue? Blue.
Blue no matter who.
I went,
Fritos.
it's got, just because I want to get rid of the Fritos.
I thought you liked
Okay,
Fritos.
here's the thing. This is like a lot of things in life. I go, I don't want Fritos. And then I eat them and I go, actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Like last time you were kind of... Oh no, you wanted Doritos last time when I said I would have ate Fritos. That's right.
Anyhow, I really do want to talk to a few people and say, why do you have these fears? And are you going to hate me because I voted for him? And
Yes.
which brings me to another. I don't think so. Because, and here's the thing. The social media has made it easier to cancel people because you're not talking like this, face to face. These people that I'm concerned about in their fears, I don't want them to be so freaked out, afraid. That's a horrible place to be in. But if you're going to do it social media style, you cut me off. But they know me.
Yeah.
They know I'm not. Okay, I do get the Nazi quarterly, but you know that's just to see where they're going. I don't have Aryan race things going on in my head. No. But the point is, they know me, and they know that's not how I feel. And so they got to then deal with, okay, wait. Dana does not...
But they don't have to. They don't have to. They can say hi to you in church. They can come to your party, have a little drink, but they don't have to.
Okay, speaking of party, here's my other concern that's in my head, because I went to a party recently, and there were a few people, because, let's face it, the tiki crowd is left. There were a few people really bemoaning what had just happened. And I got to thinking, because I'm involved with some of these people in starting up the next version of TikiCon.
Oh, nice.
And so the Cabana will be on the home bar tour.
Nice.
But I got to thinking, the problem is, if and when they find out who I am, that I'm this evil person that voted for Trump, I don't know that they want me to be on that tour. I don't want to ruin it for them, right?
Is it for them or is it for you?
You know, quite honestly, I can have my parties. It is partly for me, but it is also for them. Because I love to share the Cabana with anybody and everybody.
I know that, you know that, and they say they know that. But here's the thing about bigotry. It's not just one way, and it's not just one thing.
No.
Right? So, if they would cancel you helping bring this thing, which has nothing to do with that, because you did that. Sorry, that's on them. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Right? Like...
Well...
And here's the thing, like...
There are more important things to be concerned about.
But my point is if they're going to hold that against you and not want to include you, that's their problem.
But, okay, devil's advocate, I do kind of understand that, because if you truly have believed everything you've been hearing, this dude is evil, and I voted for him. So I kind of understand that. But...
Dude, you're being a bit of a pussy right now.
No. The point is, if I don't try to put myself in his place, I can't reason with him.
But I agree. I agree with you. I fully believe in before you condemn someone, you should try to put yourself in their shoes and understand how they walk and feel before you condemn them.
Right.
Okay? But if they're not willing to do that for you,
I understand.
then you can only do so much.
Oh, no. I agree.
Right?
I agree.
And so, I mean, don't ask, don't tell.
Bill
That's my
Clinton.
policy.
Bill Clinton.
Don't ask, don't tell. So,
here's the thing.
okay.
Are we going to get the Epstein list?
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so too. He damn well better do that.
I want the Diddy list too.
I was just gonna say that. Now, I heard something, but I was busy doing bids. There are some people upset about some Diddy videos that have been released or leaked.
On the dark web, yeah.
I don't know how to get there.
I don't either.
I don't want to
I don't
get
want to
there.
get there. I heard that there's some people in Hollywood paying people off to keep their mouth shut about what they did, and
I heard one guy say, I think that's why a number of these celebrities went to endorse Kamala, because they don't want that out, including Oprah.
Oprah got $1 million. Beyonce got $10 million.
I know.
Like, what the hell?
What did I get? I got nothing. I got Doritos and
you had to pay for that.
Fritos.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, celebrity endorsements.
I know, they don't mean anything.
They don't mean,
Yeah.
like, now if they said I took zero money to do this and I'm doing, like, okay, then maybe. But they're all taking money, right?
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. It's like, okay, so then you really don't care who's voted in.
No, you just want money.
Yeah.
Well, that's most people.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah. That's why everyone shouldn't have the right
No.
to vote.
Not most people. Come on.
Most people.
Really?
Are you telling me the people that vote while watching TV ads on welfare?
Okay, in a sense, that's, well, everybody votes based on their pocketbook, which is part of the reason why Trump got elected.
Yeah. Books suck. Or their pocketbooks are really good.
Well, and this is the thing. I know he doesn't watch this. My son. He was like talking to Julie saying how, the economy's just going to go horrible now. And I'm going, wait, what the hell do you think it's been doing?
Well, on the flip side,
Okay, flip it.
there are some arguments which I've heard that I don't quite understand. Okay?
The whole tariff stuff.
That Trump did a lot of tariffs at the beginning and it did some good, but then Biden like ratcheted up the tariffs that Trump wants to continue. So that I don't have all the data.
I think that's kind of like taxation. You've got a point where when you raise taxes, it's no longer working.
Yeah.
And so you got to find that spot.
But and then what
And-
are
but
you putting tariffs on? Because this is the key.
Right.
If you're tariffing raw materials coming from somewhere else, that's different. Or you're tariffing unfinished goods, like goods that belong in something that is a finished good, then that's different than tariffing a fucking car. Like,
Right.
Here is a car,
Right.
right? So, like, I saw this story about how, I don't know if this is real, it's probably internet, so it's probably fake, but it was this owner of a company telling his workers that they're not getting a Christmas bonus because he has to pre-buy all this material that Trump is going to tariff before he tariffs it. Okay, now I don't know if this is true or not, but if you just look at a scenario that's like that, okay? If this company is making some widgets, right, that there's a finished good, and they're bringing in these goods that are from somewhere else that could be tariffed, Like, I could see how someone in that position would be like, well, shit, I better overbuy this stuff because if it gets tariffed, then I'm going to have to raise my prices. And therefore, my outflow of cash in the time frame of my finished goods, you know, income coming in would cause me not to have money now to pay my workers an extra bonus. Like, I get that. But is that the, like, he says tariffs, but what does that mean? Like, what is he applying tariffs to?
Right.
Right? Because I heard a story where he was talking about, with Tim Cook, about the tariffs on the iPhones. And he put tariffs on, like, Samsung phones and didn't put them on Apple phones, even though they were coming from China.
That makes no sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Apple is an American company, and if he were to put tariffs on the iPhone, it would go to $3,000. But because Samsung is a Korean company, and there's no tariff, like, they can then way undercut it.
Right.
So Trump told Tim Cook, okay, I won't put tariffs, but you have to start building factories in America.
Right.
And you have to do something to shift it.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Which I also agree with. But nobody's going to pay fucking $4,000 for a phone.
Right.
Like, nobody can afford that.
Beyonce can.
Well,
especially now.
Now that she got her $10 million from keeping up for Kamala.
Yeah, see, that's just it.
So it's like, what, when he says, I'm going to ratchet up tariffs. Now, when he says he's going to ratchet up tariffs on Chinese cars built in Mexico, and that stopped them from opening this factory, that's probably a good thing, right? But if he's going to tariff raw materials that are coming through China from Africa, like lithium, to companies that are building...
We have lithium here, you know.
Drill, baby, drill. But if he's going to, like, it depends on what you tariff. Right? If you're tariffing finished goods that could be made in America at a decent price so that it can be made in America and you then have a choice to buy American versus buying foreign.
Yeah, I would rather buy American.
Unless it's a Toyota.
Well, but now...
But Toyotas are made in America.
I was just going to say,
they're made
now
in Texas.
Toyotas are made... It's
all
not any one place. It's like all over the map.
Yeah. But again, like, Toyota is building the cars for America in America.
Right.
Which I think is great.
Right.
Just like China is making Tesla build Teslas in China for the China market.
Right.
As much as as much as I don't like Xi Jinping, don't cancel me, please.
Yeah.
But, you know, and that's kind of, you know, parts are, and this is the intricacies of economics, right? Because when you take, like, an economics class, high-level college economic class, they talk a lot...
That rules me out.
Well, they talk a lot about, like, wherever the strength of the labor is, that's where something should be done, right? Because that's the strength of the labor. And then you should trade that with the strength of labor of something else that you can't make as good there, right? And that's how you get, like, a good world economy. But the problem is that's only really relevant for things where resources are local, right? Like, if you have a climate in which bananas are ripe for growing, you shouldn't be trying to grow bananas in Alaska, right?
Have you seen my bananas? Yeah.
They're not good. In Hawaii, they're great. My father-in-law has hundreds in one tree.
Man, the kiwi we got this year, phenomenal.
They were hitting me in the head every time I walked by. I kept telling you to trim your tree and you wouldn't do it.
We still got more to pick.
But when it comes to things like building, like, a factory,
Yeah.
Where you bring the goods in from something else and you output something, right? Bringing in the raw materials, tariffing that,
Right.
unless it's something that's abundant everywhere and someone's trying to flood the market, like, I don't know if that makes as much sense as you could build a car in the US, in Mexico, in India, in China, in Vietnam. You could build it anywhere. You just have to train the people. Mm-hmm. And this is one thing that, like, even for, like, the tech industry, right? Like, people are leaving China because now they're too expensive.
Right.
Right? And they're going to, like, Vietnam or Laos or whatever. Eventually, if you have a long-term view of the world, eventually it will come back to the U.S. because everywhere else in the world is up to the U.S. standards, and it's just cheaper to build it here.
Right.
Or it's the same.
At least, it's at least the same, yeah.
But the problem is nobody has a long-term, everybody has a short-term view.
Oh, yeah.
Because
that's what the stock market does.
That's what the stock market does. That's what 4 years in government does.
Yeah.
But then you also don't get dictators. So there's that. Cheers to no dictators.
Cheers to no dictators. Well, and see, that's the other thing that I wish some of my lefty friends would realize.
But if they think Trump is
to
going to be a dictator.
Yeah, but see, what they're not thinking of is that all of these right-wingers they're afraid of, we don't want dictators either. I want term limits on everyone. I don't care what office you were in, you should only be able to serve a certain amount of time and then just
What's the
go
right
back
amount
to
of
the
time?
farm. I don't care. 6 years.
No.
8 years.
Is 8 years
Tops.
enough?
Tops.
Could you run your business at
It's
tip-top
not a
performance?
business. It's a
It
scam.
is a business.
No, it's a scam.
No, government is a business.
It's a scam.
It's a business.
It's a scam.
No.
It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. And they're just fattening their own wallets.
Well, that's what it is now. But
because the original founders didn't, I think the one thing that they missed was how we'd be able to work the system to keep people in politics. There are people who have never worked a real job. They've got no clue how things really work.
That's not true. They know how to get on the right committee, to have their husbands pick the right stocks and get rich.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think 4 years is enough.
No. So, okay, fine. 2 terms. Whatever that term is, whether it's 6 or whether it's 4, 2 terms.
Like,
boom, you're done. Go get a real job and see what your little laws have done to all of us who really work for a living. Okay, now technically, I've got employees. I don't really work for a living anymore.
Yeah, you own the business.
Right.
You make money on other people's hard work.
Which is why I try to reward them as good as I can.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know, we've had this discussion before.
I really struggle with, like, I agree. Like, if you're a government servant, they should call them government servants.
They're not servants,
No, but
though.
they should be.
Did you hear that one guy, the new guy with the border czar that used to be head of ICE?
No.
No, you brought him up. Is it Holden?
Hammond?
Something. Anyhow, all I know is that he was... Shit, I just lost my train of thought.
He was what?
He was something he said. Damn it! Alcohol is bad, boys and girls.
I told you don't drink before this.
Hey!
Do you want me to pull up the text? This is exactly what I said. I said.
I know what you said.
And don't get too drunk. We need to evaluate 3 bottles tonight. And you said, ooh, 9-ish? I'm assuming that ooh meant too late. Should we step up to the middle?
Damn it, it was something good.
It was good. So,
it left my brain.
Was the new border czar talking to the old ICE guy? Or is this the same guy?
He was before Congress as a citizen because he quit ICE.
Okay, so it was the new border czar.
Mm-hmm.
I might have saw this. I saw one today where he was grilling. He was grilling.
I remember what it was.
Okay.
He was pointing out to her because he said something. She didn't like it. She tried to get him to stop, and he said, "No, you work for me.
Yes, I saw that today.
don't work for you.
I saw that
You
today.
work for me." Public servant, my ass. They're not public servants.
No, but they should.
They're making a shit ton of money, and it's not from their, W-2 whatever.
It's from their illegal stock trades.
Exactly.
See, I wouldn't mind barring them from investing in anything except for the federal 401k.
I heard that actually that's part of Trump's agenda.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
To make it so that they and their family members cannot be trading stocks.
They can only invest in the government 401k program, right? And listen, if you're making $250,000 a year as a public servant and your travel is covered, your housing costs are covered, you're good.
Yeah.
And you get what the pension is, you just have to serve one term.
I know.
And you get $150,000 for the rest of your life.
See, they should get rid of that. No.
Let me finish. I think if we're going to enact term limits, okay, they should have to be elected to their 2 terms and finish, and then they should get it. No, they should.
No.
No.
You decide, I want to help my country.
Nobody's going to do it.
I'm going to
Nobody's
going to
do it. You need a...
They did originally.
Yes, they did because they were all billionaires.
Well, okay.
They were all
I got you.
They were all billionaires, right? And everything that they did enhanced their own stuff. Let's be honest, right? They did what enhanced themselves, right? Let's be honest.
No.
What do you mean, no?
That was not the reason that they founded the country.
Bullshit. They didn't want to pay taxes to England.
Right.
Yeah.
They were tired of having England do whatever the hell they wanted to
So
do.
they took it upon themselves to do what they wanted to do for themselves.
Okay. Yeah, if you look at it that way, you're right.
So, I am not opposed.
I just want it noted that I actually said he was right.
Please note
It's a very difficult thing for me to do.
I know, and I can... Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It's no different. I look at it this way. To me, there should be no difference than someone signing up for the military, doing their 20 years, and getting a very nice retirement package every year for the rest of their life.
I see a huge difference there, but go ahead.
But if they're really doing the job for the people...
Yeah, but they don't have people shooting at that. I mean, except for Trump. They don't have people shooting at
But
them.
it's all service.
No, there's a big difference between service.
But there's no difference in the military if you're stationed at home.
Right.
Than if you're... There is a difference with, hearing impairment and things like that. But...
Right, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Right? And they're also paid less. Right? If you think about the governor... Not even governor is not a federal position. If you think about the senator, right? Senators is one of... they're co-CEOs of the state. Right? CEOs get a shitload of money.
Right.
Right? These guys don't get as much money as CEOs. Okay? But if they're in it for 30 years, well, again.
But they do.
Again,
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more.
We're proselytizing a better way to do it. Okay.
Right.
So if those guys are doing their, let's say, 6-year term limits, and they're doing two terms, that's 12, and they're not trading stocks, right? And they're getting their $250,000 a year, and they have a place in Washington D.C. They have a place here. And then afterwards, they're getting $200,000 a year for the rest of their life. Cool. You did your duty, and people had to vote for you, right? And theoretically, you know what I mean? I'm okay with that. But they've turned that into something else. Right? You're like, yeah, shut up, dude. You said I was right.
We got to end this.
All right.
How do we want to end it? Regardless,
of what happens on the hill, you can have a heaven hill grain to glass,
that was very well done.
and it's delicious. So, pick you up one. Cheers.
Cheers.